Hi, welcome to my channel, Takayaki Tarot. Today is Tuesday, November 25th, 2025. So, before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you and gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start pulling cards, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Now, again, I'm going to try and make this reading quick, but we'll see what happens. Okay? Hold on, I need to change the decks. Hold on. I need this one. And this one can go back up here. Okay. Alright, we're good. So this is the one I have to start with. So, I think it was like early this morning, or it had to be like in the middle of the night. The song I was listening to was like, hey now, you're an all-star, get your game on. Hey, all that glitters is gold, only shooting stars, breaking molds. Alright, that's from Smash Mouth. That's like an old song. That came out in 1999. But that song is also like known as like the Shrek song. Okay, but anyways, I was reading the lyrics, and the lyrics are actually kind of cool. But the part that was really like in your face to me was like, hey now, you're an all-star, get your game on, blah 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 blah. Oh, let me look up the lyrics. Right, and I feel like I read that, I was like, dang, I am kind of cool. You know, so I feel like that's just like a little reminder for you. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. So there could have been someone that was just trying to downplay you, over here trying to call you an idiot or a loser or whatever the case it is, but you're actually the star. I feel like somebody was just trying to downplay you, your ability, your skills, your talents, just you in general. But they're actually like the loser. Like, and not only that, but it's kind of like she was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. So it's basically like that. So it's so funny because it's like someone is trying to call you a loser, but they look like an idiot. You're doing all that to call me an idiot. You're doing all that to call me a loser. But look who's looking foolish. It's like a bully trying to bully you, but it's like, if anything, you're just showing who you are. You're a bully. You look like a... Bullies aren't cool either, by the way. I feel like that's something that's dying out, rightfully so. But I feel like someone is like, could be still in the mindset of like, it's cool to be a bully, or it's cool to single people out, or it's cool to be in that kind of like mean girl, mean guy energy. And if anything, you just look dumb. You just look like, that's not cute. That's not cool. Alright? Anyways. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on. Get paid. All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold. I'm glad I read that, because this actually sounds way better, and it is way better than what the lyrics I thought were. So yeah, you're doing something, you're breaking the mold, get your game on, go play. You're a rock star, get the show on, get paid. You're an all-star. Listen, at this point, nobody can tell you nothing, because you're getting paid, you're a star, you're doing things differently, you're breaking the mold, you're breaking out of the status quo. I'm getting that corny song too by At the time, though, it wasn't corny, okay? By High School Musical, it kept coming out in and out, like, the past month or so. That one song that they did, oh my gosh, that they did about the status quo, right? They're all singing in the cafeteria, and I think it's Corbin Blue's character who's, like, freaking out and bugging out because the jocks aren't being jocks, and the geeks aren't being geeks, and everybody's just doing what they want to do, and they aren't sticking to the status quo. Like, he's bugging out. He's freaking out because no one can be categorized anymore. Nobody can be easily, like, fit in molds anymore, all right? So I feel like there's kind of like that energy, too, where it's like you're not making sense to somebody because you can't be categorized. You can't be... Like, so I feel like also too, like, it's like there's an energy where, like, they want to bully you, but how can they bully you? 555. It's like, how can they bully something that they don't understand? How would they even go about it? All right, they can't, because at the end of the day, you're an all-star. You're getting paid. You're breaking the mold. You're a shining star. Like 609, flip it. It's like. You look like an idiot trying to downplay the collective and trying to bully the collective and trying to categorize the collective. Like, I feel like that's the real, oh my gosh, that's like the real loser over there. So yeah, so that's that. Okay. All right, I have an appointment. What time is it right now? Alright, I should have plenty of time. Let me just kind of zoom through this. Oh. I feel like this has steeped long enough. Not hot enough. I feel like my cold is like 98% gone. Feels good. Feels good to breathe again. I can breathe. I promise I won't take breathing for granted. Ugh. My nose is itching. Alright, I'm gonna get 1 to 2. 1. Observation. Ooh. I was also getting, you know what I was getting to? Barty Crouch Jr. from Harry Potter. But mostly the scene, let me get one more. Mostly the scene where, so Barty Crouch Jr., I feel like I have to go into the lore for this. Okay, Barty Crouch Jr. was a Death Eater. He was the son of Barty Crouch. Barty Crouch was like an or like a journalist. I'm not sure. I think he was a journalist. Or something like that. He worked for, was it the Department of Mysteries? Doesn't matter. Irrelevant. Anyways, Barty Crouch Jr., he was a Death Eater, right? And he was like really good at hiding what he was doing. Abundance. Okay. But he was really good at, you know, Death Eaters were really good at hiding their evilness. They were Death Eaters, right? But someone had clear, concrete evidence of him being a Death Eater, right? I think it was Igor Kokorov who had, like, called him out. And it was crazy because as he was calling out Barty Crouch Jr., Barty Crouch, it was like a whole court thing. Barty Crouch was like standing up, getting ready to leave before he can face karmic justice. And when he got caught, he started like bugging out, right? Which just showed him his colors even. I keep getting this energy of someone showing their true colors after they're being like called out, after like doing some really wicked, heinous things, right? Now, Barty Crouch Jr., what he did was using the Cruciatus curse, he tormented Neville Longbottom's parents to the point of insanity, which is like a curse worse than death. But that's what he did. Or was it Bellatrix Lestrange? Anyways, irrelevant. But anyways, the point is that as he was like being called out, he tried to escape, but he got caught, and then he was like bugging out, and it was crazy because he was the son of Barty Crouch, and when Barty Crouch found out what his own son was doing, he was like, "You're no son of mine." And then eventually, Barty Crouch Jr. unalived his own father because his father realized what he was doing. So someone is getting figured out. Someone is getting like, there's some, whatever they were doing, whatever wickedness that they were doing, it's being like revealed. And this could be the same individual that was like trying to like downplay you, trying to bully you, trying to like, I don't know, just be wicked towards you. Didn't think that they would ever be seen, but it was like Igor Kokorov had concrete evidence. I know these names are like wild. He had concrete evidence of Barty Crouch Jr. being a Death Eater, right? So someone has like concrete evidence of someone being like weird or a bully or trying to like single you out or trying to downplay you. Like they have like evidence of this. And I feel like they're only pointing this person out that was being this way towards you is because they're about to get caught. The only reason why Igor Kokorov said that is because he was about to go back to Azkaban. And he needed something to like, listen, don't put me back there. I can give you something of value. If it means that you have mercy or lenience or, you know, I have a sense of freedom or whatever the case it is. So you have someone that's essentially like a tattletale, and essentially, right? It's because it's really only to save themselves, right? They're really calling out a real wicked person who's like really trying to hide themselves, and there's like evidence of this person being real wicked. They're being found out. This could have been being real wicked towards you, towards a group of people, or that's just how they are in general, real wicked. All right. So that's something going on in the background. So the first two cards that came out is Observation and Abundance. All right. I feel like somebody could be watching and paying attention to you. I feel like it's more about, listen, it's like pocket watching you. They're watching the things that you have. They're watching how your abundance is like accumulating, how it like they want to know the source of your abundance. How are you getting this abundance? Somebody is really watching how you bob and weave these obstacles, how you are obtaining this abundance. Someone's like really paying a little too close to you, a little bit more than they should be, right? They're really paying attention to you, all right? And it's like they're paying attention to something that they're not ever going to be able to do or able to understand, 1313. And the reason why I'm saying this is because there's this crow that's watching this spider weave its web, and realistically only a spider can really weave its own web, right? People are still studying how spiders weave their webs. It's like a fascination that people have. Not only that, but I was watching this one show. It was called Spirit Rangers. I talked about this recently. And in the show, it was about a spider web and how the spider built a web to help collect nightmares, right? So that it was like that protection thing. I'm getting tired of talking. Oh my gosh. The spider was building a web around the forest or something like that as a canopy to catch the bad dreams, right? So that only good dreams could trickle through. So that's like a form of protection. So someone they're paying attention. I feel like one of the reasons why they're paying a little too close attention to you is because they're trying to see how you're protected or where your protection is coming from or what your protection is. But they're not going to understand it. That's something that they don't understand. I feel like someone is a little bit too invested in you. And the only reason why they're doing this is because you have abundance attached to you. I feel like if you didn't have abundance attached to you, they wouldn't be so like, look at this crow is like watching this spider. Like you have someone that's like watching you. And it's only because of your abundance. If you didn't have this abundance, you wouldn't be like on some sort of radar or something like that. I feel like this is a little bit more than just harmless curiosity. I feel like this person is observing you because I feel like it's like they're concerned about your abundance. I don't know why. But your abundance is, it's never ending. It's protected. It's like every time this crow blinks, you have like a new fish that's been dropped in front of you. Like, look at all those fishes. Someone is really concerned about your abundance. Like, that's not, like, it's their business. And I feel like this is the same person that's like about to be called out, or like, this is the person that was like trying to call you a loser, or like trying to do something wicked to you, or did do something wicked to you, or trying to like single you out or outcast you or isolate you, whatever the case it is. I feel like that person is the person that's paying attention to your abundance. They're concerned about your abundance, which is so weird. They were just trying to single you out. Why are they so concerned about your abundance? They could feel like your abundance is like coming from a nefarious way or something. I don't know why. I don't. That's kind of irrelevant. They're just really like, they want to know about it. But this is the same person that was trying to single you out. Like, weren't you just calling them a loser? Why are you all of a sudden like, why are you worried about them? You said they don't matter. Why are you worried about them? It's like that. You said they don't matter. You said don't include them. You said they're not a threat. So why are you worried about them? Getting advice is on the bottom of the deck. So this is actually, I've never read this one. Eclipse of concealment. So something is being hidden from this person that's paying a little too close attention to you, that's watching you a little too much. Something is being hidden from them. It could be your abundance, where it's coming from, your protection, how it works, blah, 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 blah. That's like not their business. And I feel like they're more and more like, how does it work? What's going on? How does it work? They're more like, I don't know. They're getting like paranoid because you're just getting more. That's crazy. Reverse, it says secrets emerge. But this is being hidden from them. It says eclipse of concealment. This is the first time I've seen this card come out. Eclipse of concealment. So we have 3 cards that came out: Duality Dance, Eclipse of Concealment, Steady Progress. On the bottom of the deck, we says, getting advice. Getting advice. Seek guidance with an open heart, ready to learn and grow from the wisdom offered by others. So you're getting wisdom and advice. Okay? But just be mindful of the wisdom and advice that you get. All right? Always consider the source. All right? Not all advice is good advice. Not all wisdom is good wisdom. But you can still learn something from it. Okay? You can still learn something from it. But just be accepting to, like, you know, receive it. All right? There might be like a little diamond hitting somewhere, even if it's like something that doesn't make sense, or like it's bad advice, but at least you learned it's bad advice. Okay, that's something. So we have Duality Dance. Seek balance amid the chaos and find harmony within yourself. That's cool. So I think that's one of the reasons why this person is so, like, I keep wanting to say obsessed, but That can't be, that's a little much, right? There's no way someone is that obsessed with your abundance, but you'd be surprised. I feel like one of the reasons why they're so obsessed with your abundance because they thought that if they singled you out, bullied you, called you a loser, brought chaos to you, it would affect your ability to gain some sort of abundance. It did nothing. If anything, you just learned how to like bob and weave through the obstacles. And they're like, wait a minute. What do you mean they got that? What do you mean they're moving forward? Let me see for myself. Because they don't believe it. They can't. And so now they're like paying attention to it. So now they're just like, wait, let me see for myself. And now they're asking how. How did they get that abundance? How? But it's a secret. It's not their business. It's not their business. Eclipse of concealment. Navigate through the eclipse of concealment, understanding the cyclical nature of hidden phases and awaiting revelations. So I feel like as of right now, for you collective, just enjoy this abundance, kind of sit in it, right? And let the pieces fall where they may. All right? All you have to do is just receive this abundance, stay balanced, and a lot more, oh my gosh. More and more things are going to be revealed to you in time. All right? Especially who this person is. I think that's why they're so stuck on it. That's why they're like, they can't look away. But this could have been the person that they've done the most to make sure you're not in this energy. You're in this energy? Let me see for myself. Let me see. How? They don't understand it. Over here we have steady progress. Move with deliberate care as patience and attentiveness guide you to thoughtful achievements. So I feel like whatever this person was doing, you could have known that it didn't matter in the long run. I feel like they were expecting the effects of it to affect you. Like them calling you a loser, bullying you, singling you out. That was supposed to affect you in that moment, right? So that way it would affect your abundance. But I feel like in that moment, you're like, this does not matter. You can call me all you want. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to do what I got to do. You maintain some sort of balance throughout an isolation, throughout a bullying, throughout a trauma, throughout something. You maintain some sort of balance. Because it's not, I don't know, it's like the best way I can put it is like your trauma doesn't matter to you because it's not what you want to focus on. That's crazy. And I feel like, so this person, they don't understand that. What do you mean it's trauma? What do you mean it's pain? How are you still getting this abundance? What do you mean you're not in trauma? What do you mean you're not in pain? What do you mean we've done the most? I've done the most to make sure. But it doesn't matter. That's not focusing on that is not gonna get me where I want to go. That's crazy, actually. That's beast. That's like beast mode kind of energy. That's crazy. I feel like that's like that kind of energy. That's just like, that's tough. I was also getting pain is very expensive. So I feel like this person was trying to instill some sort of pain on you, whether mental, emotional, physical, spiritual pain on you. But you have this understanding, pain is expensive. This entire world is built to cause you pain. Because pain is very profitable. Emotional pain, spiritual pain, financial pain, physical pain, mental pain. Okay? It's expensive. Traumatic pain. It's expensive. Because you gotta... Let me break it down for you. You have to spend money on therapy, medication, support. And not only that, but pain is expensive. So without you even knowing, you gave up years of joy, years of peace, years of happiness, years of sanity. It's expensive. You give up a lot. You sacrifice a lot to pain. Okay? And a lot of people spend good money, spend almost everything that they have, even selling their soul just so that way they won't have to experience pain, because suffering and experience pain is so expensive. It is. And I feel like you're like, I'm not wasting that. I'm not going to invest in pain. It's expensive. It's like putting yourself in debt. All right? I'm not saying that you shouldn't, like, or I'm not downplaying trauma or pain or whatever. I'm saying for you, collective, you're trying to cause pain to me. I'm not paying attention to that, because I have things I want to do. I don't want to invest in this pain. And I feel like that's like crazy beast mode to be in when you are deliberately overcoming pain. And I'm not saying that's not healing it, because you are healing. You're like, all right, look, it's kind of like you get a cut on your arm, you got to put the medicine on it, you got to put a Band-Aid on it, you got to let it heal, right? And then you move on. It's like that. You're not gonna, oh no, I got this cut on my arm, oh no, oh no, and you're just gonna stare at it and wait till it heals and stare at it. You're not gonna do that. All right, so this happened, boom, let's take care of it. All right, now we move on. My phone is going off. Sorry, my phone's going off. Hold on. Actually, let me just finish typing this. Is it being split? All right. Okay. I think I still have time. All right, let me make this quick. All right. I don't know. I feel like someone is just like, they feel stuck. They feel some type of way because their attempt to instill pain on you to affect your viewpoint and you being able to receive abundance did not work. It did nothing. And they want to know why. And it's because you're like, I eat that pain for breakfast. So now we're going to move on. Right? You eat it, you alchemize it, you move on. Eat it, alchemize it, move on. It's like that. I feel like somebody thought like, I don't know. They must have thought they were doing something. Oh yeah, we're really going to cause pain to the collective. They must have thought they were really doing something. But it's like, that's nothing. What you're doing is nothing. I don't know. I feel like this person or these people, they really thought like I don't know, like they had the biggest, baddest plan to affect you. And it's like, affect what? It does. I don't know. It didn't really do anything. You're just focused on, you don't care about that. You have actual achievements that you're focused on. Goals, dreams, wishes. That's not, all right, be present in the present, right? But not everything needs your immediate attention in the present, right? Some things it's just like, oh, okay, cool, whatever, right? There are actual things that matter in the present that, you know, affect your future. Things like this, it doesn't matter. And I feel like this person or these people, it could be just one person. I feel like there's another bird in the background. This person, this bird that's flying away is getting ready to open their mouth on this person. This person, which is like the Igor Karkaroff, he's like, wait. I have one more name. Right? And it was a person that nobody would have ever thought. Because when he said Barty Crouch Jr., and the entire courtroom was like, oh, no way, yeah, right. Oh, I think Barty Crouch was the judge. His father was a judge. I'm telling you, everybody in the courtroom, they were so shocked at the name. So shocked. They would have never guessed it. So I feel like this person that is about to get revealed, like this mask that's about to be ripped off of them, that's so invested, so obsessed was trying the most, doing the most. No one's really they're gonna be like, what? Them? Really? Right? This could be someone in your family, your neighborhood, your job, your environment. But if this is someone you would have never expect, like, what? And I would have gotten away for it too if it wasn't for you and those meddling kids. Right? Alright, I'm gonna let 4. Because I gotta hurry up. I'm running out of time. Whew, we got the 10 of Wands on the fence. So you completed something, which is cool. Some sort of major struggle, some sort of strife. You got over it. It could have been a trauma. It could have been a betrayal. It could have been something that you needed to heal from. You did. So that's why whenever they were doing this, it was just like, okay, whatever. That's not doing anything. And they thought they were really doing the most. Like, they thought, yeah. Not realizing that they're doing, like, I don't know, magic that was being thrown at you when you were, like, in 1st grade. So, like, their level of bullying or magic, you've already been, I keep burping. You've already been, like, trained in that. And so that was like, okay, cool, whatever. Anyways, I got things to do. Okay? I got abundance to receive. I got blessings to accept. All right? I don't know if I didn't show you. Right? I also, with the Sagittarius energy, that's not, you already know who you are. You already know, it's more so you already know where you're going. You already know what you want. And you're going for it. You have a clear line of sight of what you want and how to get there. And I feel like someone is so, how? I did, we did. This person that's flying away, that's about to tell on this bird, it's so funny because now they're flipping it. And instead of this bird right here is saying, we did the most. And this bird is saying, correction, you did the most. You did the most. You're on your own now. This person is being called out. Like they're about to be singled out. Like it was them. It was them. That kind of energy. And, you know, which is great because now they're about to reveal this enemy. But at the same time, like you're only doing that because you don't want to get in trouble. So, like, again, there's no honor amongst thieves, okay? So, I'm not surprised. We got 2 of Pentacles on the fence over here. Yeah, more balanced energy. Duality dance, seek balance amid the chaos and find harmony within yourself. And then 2 of Pentacles. I can't even... So, I don't know, they really thought they were doing something. You completed a lot of unruly energy within yourself. A lot of stagnation, a lot of imbalances, trauma, pain, confusion. You've already dealt with a lot of those things. So when they were doing this magic, when they were doing this bullying, it wasn't affecting anything. It wasn't shaking up anything inside of you because you've already healed and dealt with a lot of the major things that they were starting to attack. And you've already, you know, graduated from that pain, that suffering. So when they're attacking you, they're like, yeah, we're doing, yeah. And you're just like, anyways, it wasn't doing anything. And I feel like a lot of the reason why that is because if you were in a place where you did not love yourself, this probably could have worked. But you love yourself. And you had already been loving yourself when they started doing this to you. There's something about your reputation too here. Or this could have been a masculine doing this to you. Or a father figure. I feel like one of the whole purpose of this was to affect your reputation. So when you wouldn't have a good reputation or a good standing. It didn't do anything. This could be a masculine that's being like It was you. It was him. It was him. It was him. The Magician reverse. Yeah, somebody was doing heavy magic on you. But it's like their magic wasn't working. Could be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, masculine, that was dibbling and dabbling and doing a lot of heavy magic towards you to affect you. And they're getting like, why isn't this working? The reason why it's not working, my friend, is because you're someone who doesn't love themselves and you're doing magic on someone who does love themselves. Do you see why? Do you understand why? Do you get how? On the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups reversed. So it could have been a water sign that was doing this. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, masculine. This person could be a father figure. And if they are, they're just, I don't know. But this King of Cups reversed is emotionally unstable. They could also be very petty, very, they take everything as like a personal offense. They get offended easily. This could have been, I don't know why, but I'm getting the feeling that this person was trying to like teach you a lesson. And it's like, you don't love yourself. How are you going to teach, what lesson are you trying to teach me? So this person did a lot of magic, a lot of things, and they're about to be, it was him, it was him. He was the one, he was the one. All right. This King of Cups reverse is really insecure. I feel like they did everything they could out of insecurities, and they're wondering, why didn't it work? Why didn't it work? How? How are they still receiving abundance? How are they still being blessed? Because again, you don't love yourself, and you're operating out of insecurities, and you're attacking someone who loves themselves and has fixed their insecurities, healed from their insecurities, faced their insecurities, figured out why they felt this way and that way and that way and this way. So it's like the magic that you were doing is not working. You know what? I'm getting like a karmic Pisces masculine. A little bit of Scorpio, karmic Pisces. A little bit of karmic Scorpio masculine. But more so like a Pisces masculine. Very negative. Karmic Pisceans have a tendency to be in a make-believe world. And when things don't go according to that fantasy of theirs, they kind of start crashing out. I feel like the main crash outs, the list of crash outs in order of the water signs would be Pisces, Cancers, and Scorpios. People think that Scorpios be the crash outs, but it's actually Pisceans when they're karmic. All right. So this could be a karmic Pisces masculine. And because your life isn't going according to their fantasy, based off of the magic that they were doing to you, they're like, they could be crashing out right now. They're like, why, how? And while they're too busy crashing out, paying attention to you, they're about to get called out. It was him. It was him. We got the Queen of Pentacles upright and the Nine of Wands reverse. So you could be the Queen of Pentacles and this person is watching behind you, like hot on your tail, watching you, mad anxious. That's why I'm saying your abundance is like concerning this person that's like watching you a little too closely, they're observing you a little too much, they're a little too close, they're paying too much attention, and that's not their business. They have no reason to do so. So you could be this divine feminine or divine masculine, take it how it resonates, whatever, right? But you're in this Queen of Pentacles energy, right? Your money's good, your health is good, your resources are good, your stability is good, your reputation is good, your health is good. The things that you have, there's, it's not getting repoed anytime soon, right? But this person is watching you. The Nine of Wands reverse, they're like, any update, if this person like knew where you live, they would be probably outside your house watching you every single day. Like that's how obsessed they are with like watching you. Your abundance is concerning them. It's making them anxious. It's making them like bite their nails and shit like that. That's not normal. That's not healthy either. And this person, I feel like it's concerning them because they don't know how to stop it. They don't know how to get in the way of it. They don't know how to like delay it. And it's making them anxious and anxious and anxious. You're the Queen of Pentacles upright. If it's one thing the Queen of Pentacles is not, is a rush. 4004. The Queen of Pentacles is not in any rush, nor is the King of Pentacles. And everything that the King of Pentacles or the Queen of Pentacles has, they earned it. They worked it from the ground up. So there's nothing that this person that's watching you, that's obsessed and concerned with your abundance, there's nothing they can do about it, because that's something that you earn. And I said something like they feel like you could have gotten this like in a very nefarious way. Your abundance could have been gained in a nefarious way. So like they're trying to pass off fake concern, but it's not. And it shows, because the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles upright, that's something that they built and gained and worked hard from the ground up, from an entry level to the CEO or the VP position. They worked. Okay, this is something that they did righteously. Okay, they did it the right way, so it can't be taken away from you. But I feel like this person wanted to, I don't know, it's like they're concerned, like, is it, how did they get it? How did they get it? If I was attacking them, how did they get it? Oh, it must be in a bad way. They must have stolen it or conned, or they must have made a deal. No, none of that. None of that. I'm telling you, this person is like extremely anxious, because there's nothing that can be done about something that you worked hard and made and created yourself. There's nothing that can be done about that. My nose is itching. I said 4 cards, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll get one more and I'll close the reading. I hear the blue jay outside. I'm surprised the blue jay is outside in November. Over here, like New York. It likes to be in the trees, like in the woods over there. Alright, let me get one more. Ugh, the world. Yeah, more things ending. So we get the Ten of Wands on the fence, which is completeness, right? Success and endeavors returning. The balance, the Two of Pentacles on the fence, which is you finding balance within yourself. You healed what you had to heal. You finished whatever, I don't know, pain and suffering and insecurities, and I don't know, you finished what you had to do. The confusions and all that stuff. The world is upright. All right, we got Scorpio, Virgo, Taurus, and Leo. All right, so your health is good. Your health is no longer in the balance. You finished some sort of transformation. Okay, you finally have clarity, have confidence, have faith. You have all those things that being in that energy of like insecurity and feeling in lack of, you don't have those things when you're in that energy. And that's the energy of this person over here. That's where their magic comes from. Insecurities, lack of, weakness, manipulation, scarcity, observation, obsession, things like that. That's where their magic comes from. But it doesn't affect you because you're not in that energy. You've overcome those energies. You know what? It could also be a karmic masculine Scorpio. Okay? You've overcome those energies. You're not in that energy. You've overcome the demons that are inside of you. All right? And this person's still operating out of those demons within them. So when they try to attack you and it does nothing for you, and you're actually doing things from the ground up, right, in a noble way, as the Queen of Pentacles or the King of Pentacles does, they work from one pentacle all the way to the Ten of Pentacles, Page, Knight, King, Queen, Pentacles. You are the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, right? Because you worked from the ground up. You deserve it. You earned it. And nothing can be done about that. And this person, they feel some type of way because I don't know why. They're so karmic. They don't even know, like, there's another way. They feel like the only way that this can happen is if you kill, steal, and destroy. And when they can't do this to you, they're like, oh, well, maybe they did it in the wrong way. Maybe they conned, or maybe they stole. Well, their abundance is concerning, so I got to pay attention. And when they hear something about you, let me see, because there's no way, right? They've been doing this magic, so how did you, right? They're like bugging out. What are you gonna do? What are you doing? Come on. All right, so King of Cups reverse too. This is just somebody who's like, they have a lack of empathy. They just don't have like emotional awareness or emotional intelligence. All right. It's so crazy too because if this is a King of Cups reverse and they are in that energy, that's like double negative. That's like you're a King of Cups reverse and you're lacking empathy and you lack emotional awareness and emotional intelligence. You're doing a big disservice and a dishonor to your sign. Dishonor to you, dishonor to your cow, dishonor to the water elements. You're just a big disgrace. And you think you have the authority to do this magic to somebody? You don't even love yourself. Anyways, this is the reading. Bye. I gotta go.